So hi, my name is Miyagawa, and I'm an assistant professor at Kyoto University, and I'm a corpus linguist and also digital humanist. And today I will talk about the research which I've done at the University of Göttingen under Sonderforschungsbereich 1136. Um, so today I will talk about Coptic and what is Coptic then. Probably many of you do not know about Coptic. It is a last stage of ancient Egyptian language, which was the oldest source was from 32nd century BCE, and also it is written in Greek alphabet plus demotic letters. And yeah, this language is very abundant in Christian, Gnostic, and Manichaean literature from circa 3rd century CE. And it is still used by Coptic Christians today in liturgy. And also there is a language revitalization movement. Yeah, and today I will talk about text reuse analysis of this language in the corpora of Coptic language, which we made in the Sonderforschungsbereich. It is a kind of a project by Deutsche Forschungsgemeinschaft, German Research Foundation. Today, the text reuse analysis is a field of computational linguistics, and possible text reuse is quotations and allusions, but also idiomatic phrases, paraphrasing, ghostwriting, maxims, and so on. And maxims and so on. Wait a second. Quotations and allusions are probably the most common or best researched, but even today, the definitions of both are still debated. Quotations generally presuppose a minimum length of the string of words quoted from a source text. This time we focus only on quotations in the syntactic text reuses. In recent times, novel text reuse detection tools have emerged in the digital humanities field, and they have significantly extended scholars' abilities to conduct large-scale research on intertextuality. These technologies, these technologies may be fruitfully applied to Coptic studies and in particular to Shenutian studies. Although in many cases, the detection and identification of biblical text reuse in Coptic patristic and hagiographical texts have been more than adequate, especially by scholars with thorough grounding in the Septuagint tradition. We will argue that the use of digital tools will overcome challenges and open new avenues for research, as has been shown in other linguistic environments. These tools not only save time and resources in identifying biblical pretexts in individual works, as well as improve identifications. More importantly, as more and more digital texts become available, Coptic big data, it will be possible to collect and visualize numerous cross-references. We will then be able to start entirely new investigations into relationships within the universe of Coptic texts, such as those now commonplace in modern literatures. For example, we will be under the keyword distant reading, examining large quantities of text, both quantitatively and statistically, and compare them across linguistic traditions. Tracer is the latest computer program to detect text reuses. The Tracer software was developed by the eTrap research group. The program can automatically detect a massive number of instances of text reuse in less time than human readers. This software offers several benefits. It can handle big data. It is available under academic free license 3.0 AFL, and it is compatible with any Unicode characters, including Coptic so far. It has produced successful results for texts written several ancient and modern languages, including Tibetan, ancient Greek, and Latin. For the creators of Tracer, text reuse covers any text repetition and thus comprises techniques such as verbatim quotation, near verbatim quotation, allusion, winged words, and so on. Currently, Tracer users need high technological skills and much preparation, but we are aiming at a more available and handful tool as a developed version of Tracer in the future. Thus, we are paving the way to a more convenient tool for all the coptologists in the future. Yeah, I will not have to present Chenute because most of you do not know about him, but he's a 4th to 5th century Christian leader who evangelized Upper Egypt. He's a kind of big political power, and he's also a very prolific Coptic author. And yeah, his works like letters and sermons were copied through centuries, and there were 6 codices for a particular kind of compilation of Chenute's letters called Canon 6, and 6 codices, and inside 6 codices there are 5 works, and we made the electronic corpora of these texts, and we run text tree software called Tracer on it, and we found very new text reuses like quotations and also allusions. But these texts, these works were previously studied by Merino, Wiesmann, Young, Leighton, so on, very many scholars. But yeah, we completed the text edition because most of these editions lack very many parts of Canon 6, and we completed this digital edition of Canon 6 and also run Tracer on Canon 6 digital text, and also the Bible. This is the location of existing pages. Most of them were in Naples, Bibliothèque Nationale, and also Paris, Bibliothèque Nationale de France, and so on. But some of them are in the UK and also Cairo Coptic Museum. Also, we made analysis of text reuses of Besa. He's a disciple of Chenute. He's a successor of Chenute and Abbot, and also his most of his works are preserved in 2 codices with several fragments, and it is already studied very well by Karl-Heinz Kuhn, and it is very precise descriptions of intertextuality such as quotations and allusions, and this can be very good touchstone or comparison foil for Tracer. This is a processing outflow of a Tracer. First, we make digital transcription via Coptic OCR, which we developed, and also Unicode converter from the old transcriptions in ASCII fonts. And also we collected all the transcriptions in the app called Virtual Manuscript Room in XML, which is a WYSIWYG editor for XML, especially Epidoc. And we made a philologically annotated XML corpus, and then we made a linguistically annotated XML corpus using a PostAgar, part of speech agar, and tokenizer and lemmatizar made by Coptic Scriptorium project. And then we run Tracer on it. And we also use cohyponym and synonym dictionary from Coptic WordNet, which we created. This is a tools for preparations. First one, Unicode converter, and also OCR using OcroPy, which is a artificial neural network model OCR engine. We trained it for Coptic, and we had a very good results. And Unicode converted this, and we made it on the PAL program. And there were so many digital transcriptions in non-Unicode. Unicode for Coptic was made in 2009, but yeah, so very many previous scholars made digital transcriptions in old ASCII fonts, so we converted them into Unicode. And also this is the part of speech tagger, and also syntactic tagger, morphological tagger. The right hand image is the Coptic NLP service from Coptic Scriptorium, and the left hand image is Virtual Manuscript Room, which is also used for the Editio Critica Major, which is a kind of deluxe version of Nestle Aland New Testament by Münster, the INTF, Institute for the New Testament Textual Research. And this is a kind of the visualized version of the corpora, which is well tagged part of speech and also lemmata, and also the part the word of origin, the language of origin, and also the syntactic information in the framework of the universal dependencies. And we did the first attempt in 2016. We compared Saidic Bible, which is created by the Getting Academy for the Humanities and Sciences and Humanities. They are creating the digital edition of Coptic Old Testament, which is kind of translation from Greek Septuagint Old Testament. And we also got the data of the Coptic New Testament. I wrote here Sahidic, but Sahidic is one of the major dialects of Coptic, and the Shenute wrote his letters and sermons in this Sahidic dialect of Coptic. And first attempt, we had so many text release candidates. Between Sahidic Bible and letters and sermons of Veda, we had more than 13,000 text release candidates. And also between Sahidic Bible and Canon 6 of Shenute, we had more than 8,000 text release candidates. It's too many text release candidates. So we have to focus on, we have to make our scope narrower. So we chose the Sahidic Psalms, written in the Sahidic dialect of Coptic, because Sahidic Psalms were quoted very well, very frequently by other Coptic authors. And also in the Shenutian monastery, there were monastic law to learn the Psalms by heart. So probably it is one of the most frequently quoted biblical books. So we chose the Psalms. And here is the results. Text release candidate from Psalms. The left hand table is basis letters and sermons, and we had 629 text release candidates between Psalms and Veda. And right hand table, these works in the Canon 6, and we had these numbers of text release candidates between works of Canon 6 and Psalms. And but we found most of them are idiomatic text releases, such as fear God and Lord, which are not actually quotations nor allusions. They are just idioms, idiomatic text releases like fear the Lord, erhote het fm joys, and so on, or fear God, and so on. They are very ordinary phrases especially in the Old Testament. So these are not text releases we are seeking, but these results are very exciting, very interesting kind of linguistic point of view. And we counted results, we analyzed results manually too, using this visualization tool called Travis. And there are many modes of visualization. One of it is this, and this is a parallel text correlation view, alignment visualization, and the red line is Sahidic Bible, and the blue line is Shenute, Canon 6, and so on. So we analyzed these text release candidates, whether these are just idioms or quotations or more meaningful text reuses for the scholarly works in the Coptic studies. And results is this: we found 5 new some quotations in Veda, which is which was very well studied by Karl Heinz Kuhn, and 13 new some quotations in Canon 6, which is more or less studied by many scholars, but we have various new fragments. We added various new fragments, so it is not good for comparison or just evaluation of Tracer, but the 5 new some quotations in Veda proves that Tracer has some good it proved that Tracer is a good tool searching for text releases such as quotations and allusions, and detect new quotations and allusions which the previous studies did not found. And yeah, for the manual analysis using this visualization tool, Travis, we use yeah, this is not totally manual, but we use Levenstein distance. Yeah, we made the code and to calculate Levenstein distance between sum and Shenandoah Besa. For objective observation of the modifications or quantification of modifications. And we also analyze changes from the source, textual changes. For example, deletions of phrases, or deletion of words, or insertion of phrases or words, and also word order change. And also Shenut has so many synonymic alternation, like change the word dog into a cat or something, or I don't know. This is a co-hyponymic alternation. Co-hyponym is words sharing the same hypernym, like dog and cat. And synonymic alternation is like I'm not sure, but dog and puppy or something. Yeah, it's not so synonymic, but yeah, the things which are similar to each other. And yeah, I think most of you know Levenstein distance, so I don't explain it so in detail. But yeah, Levenstein distance is a edit distance, and so yeah, if one letter is changed into another letter, you can count one, and so on. And yeah, we calculated the Levenstein distances of new found quotations, and when Levenstein distance is more than 3, the quotation is probably verbatim quotations, the same quotation as the source. And when the Levenstein quotation is more than 2, it is more possible that the quotation was modified by Shenute. This is kind of threshold for our analysis. And we found various interesting examples. And this one is newly found quotation by Shenute from the sum. And this is totally the same as the this sum. So it is Levenstein distance is 0. It is a verbatim quotation. And yeah, this one is very, very different from the source. The lower one is from the Shenote's Canon 6, and the upper one is from the Psalm 26:9. And Levenstein distance is 12, and it is totally modified quotation. And yeah, we found various examples like this. And in Besa, there are very many quotations which were changed, like this. Sorry. What happened with this? Okay, yeah, this is the upper part is from the sum, and the latter part is from Besa. And there are 2 deletions, like deletion of in this way, deletion of and also change of auxiliary verb, like from future to conjunctive. Yeah, it's Coptic grammatical word. And I'm not sure what is happening here. And this one is from yeah, another newly found quotation. There's an auxiliary change from future to conjunctive. This pattern is very, very frequently observed in Besa. And this one is very dramatic change from the compound verb into prepositional phrase. And yeah, but the other parts are the same, identical. And we found a very interesting passage which the previous studies ignored. In this passage, we found 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, four text reuses, and 3 of them are from Psalms, and 1 is Exodus, but this was manually found. So Teresa found these 3 the first term 82, term 20, and term 1, and the last one was already found by a good scholar, Kuhn, and yeah. And this is a summary of new quotations. We found 5 new quotations in Besa and 13 new quotations in Shinute. We also found very many allusions, but not super many, because the allusions are very difficult to judge. But we found these vivid results of newly found quotations. And conclusions, tracer enables effective quotation detections, novel ways to quantify and clarify the modifications made to the biblical text. And this method is, I think it is pretty applicable to Vedic text. So I would like to contribute to Amano Sensei's project by tracer. This is selected references, and thank you. I'm very sorry that the internet connection cut my presentation once in the very beginning of my presentation, but thank you so much for listening. Is it only me, or I cannot hear Kyogoku-san?
I also cannot hear Koku-san's voice. So thank you very much for Miyagawa-san. It's a wonderful talk. So are there any comments or questions from the audience? Do you have any questions or comments?
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, please.
Thank you very much, Miyagawa-san. My aim is to measure the degree of similarity, so between chapters or between text. And you introduce Levenstein distance measuring. You think that it is so useful for my aim? Is it for one-to-one comparing?
One-to-one comparing, what?
This distance measuring, Levenstein.
Yeah, if there's a one insertion, you count 1, and if there's a one deletion, you can also 1. So it's very quantifiable. Yeah, but it is based on letter, so probably the Vedic is. But you made your corpus on using Latin alphabet, right?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, if there's one deletion, one Latin alphabet, it is you count 1, and if there's one insertion Latin alphabet, you count 1. But there are several methods to count the alternation. If you change one letter, it is 1 deletion, 1 insertion. We counted 1 alternation is 1 Levenstein distance, but it depends on scholar to scholar. But for using Levenstein distance, it is very easy to make quantity, to the number and digits, and to compare the digits, and it is kind of a hint to judge whether it is quotation, verbatim quotation, or just allusion or paraphrase or something. We should look at the text reuse manually, because it's very difficult to judge for computers. We cannot, tracer cannot judge whether this is a quotation or allusion. So we have to look it by our eyes. This Levenstein distance is kind of good, how should I say, good milestone, or kind of eventually we have to look at it by our eyes, but this is a good hint. Levenstein distance can be a good hint to judge the type of text reuse.
Yeah, I would like to utilize it to my study. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Amano Sensei. And is there any questions or comments? So I have a comment, and I'm super interested in the visualization part you showing the travis. So I know some of the text visualization in the field of our expertise, and so sometime later let's exchange an idea of visualization part.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, I wanted to put more pictures of various modes of the Travis, but I couldn't. So let's exchange exchange it. I will show all of them to you later. Thank you.
Thank you.